Hello, we're here doing some hangouts for Authentic Caribbean Rum, where we get to talk about a fantastic range of products. But our program is about more than just the rum itself. It's about the region, it's supporting small economies in the region. This is a category that employs 100,000 people, which, if you're viewing this in New York, London or Madrid, won't sound very many. But in some of these tiny islands, that is a lot of people. And they're based in rural areas, so they're hard to find other employment. And I've talked about some of those issues with Amit Sood, who's been running the training for us here in the UK. Even our biggest rum producers are tiny in comparison to the biggest drinks companies in the world. If you took each of the two biggest publicly quoted companies and put them in a list of our countries by GDP, those two companies, by their annual turnover, would be numbers 3 and 4.
Wow.
So they're bigger, these companies are bigger than these countries' economies. So Amit, it's true that these companies do get a little bit of support from various places. I think you're aware of who funds this campaign, CARIFORUM?
Yeah, CARIFORUM, yeah.
So that's an association of 15 countries, and we referenced that these are small island economies, small island developing nations, mostly under 100,000 people, jobs and livelihoods in rural areas, and the companies support their communities. So it's a very big employer for the region, and deservedly gets some support to recognise that and ensure the livelihoods of these people. And we're fortunate that CARIFORUM received some support from the EU in order to develop these infrastructures and economies in this region. They're very keen to support. We're a big user of female employment, and we do an awful lot of training, so we have a lot of key individuals at the top of these companies that are actually females. Well, we're sitting here 2 days after Rumfest in London, and I see other regional initiatives that I would have to believe have funding. There was a wonderful booth from Rums of Venezuela, and they're acting collectively. There was a room full of rums from Martinique, and I'd always felt that maybe rums from Martinique may not work very well together, but there they were, all in one room. And there are similar initiatives in wine and the BNIC for cognac.
Of course, yeah, and I think this is all part and parcel of the way that lots of territories around the world are embracing, lots of sort of key spirit categories just to bolster their growth.
That's a very good point, because internationally, of course, tequila and mezcal in the USA are very big.
Yeah,
and there are
in Europe as well, absolutely.
Indeed, and sherry and other initiatives, other category initiatives are becoming the norm in these big global economies.
Absolutely. It's only positive if you ask me.
Thank you.
Pleasure.